Hebrews chapter 11, verse 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, or Khan Kodash, forgive me the spirit, to do this lesson. Now, in this lesson, we're going into the faith of Moses' parents. Okay, the faith of Moses' parents. Okay, because when you understand how Moses escaped death as a baby, okay, you understand clearly that it was a faithful act that had to take place, okay, in order for Moses to even grow in Egypt, okay, to even play his part, all right, in the Lord's will. Let's read it again, Hebrews chapter 11, verse 23. And this whole chapter goes into different stories, gives you different glimpses of different stories of faithful acts, okay, so very good chapter to always read about faith. All right, let's read it again, Hebrews 11, verse 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents. Okay, because they saw he was a proper child. They saw he was a child, a special child. Okay, they knew he was special. All right, and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. Right, man. Okay, and that commandment from Pharaoh of that time of Egypt was to kill all the Hebrew male babies. Okay, to kill all the Hebrew male babies. They went against something that was a real commandment of the Pharaoh at the time, man. So if they didn't listen, they were going to die. Okay, so remember that. Okay, they was facing death doing what they did by hiding Moses. Okay, they were facing death. Okay, so for us, in the face of death, we have to learn to do what? Walk by faith and not by sight. Now let's go into the account in Exodus chapter 2. I'll start at verse 1. It says, And there went a man of the house of Levi, and took to wife a daughter of Levi. And the woman conceived, and bare a son. And when she saw him that he was a goodly child, okay, proper child, right, special child, okay, she hid him 3 months. Okay, 3 months. Now, it wasn't just her. Okay, the husband was involved in this, man. Okay, but we understand if you're a baby and you're 3 months old, okay, you're drinking the milk, you're on the titty, okay, you're very close to the mom during this period, okay. And I made that point because going back to Hebrews 11, verse 23, let's read it one more time. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents, plural, of his parents. Okay, so the father and the mother, okay, came up with the plan to hide him. Okay, period, man. Okay, so that's why when I go back to Exodus chapter 2, let's read it again. Okay, that's why it says here a little, there a little. Okay, as far as the scriptures, when we understand, man. Okay, so back at verse 2 in Exodus chapter 2. And the woman conceived and bare a son, and when she saw that he was a goodly child, she hid him 3 months. Okay, and that was a plan of both the father and the mother. All right, verse 3. And when she could not no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes, and dabbed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river banks. Okay, think about that, man. Okay, she put her baby, her baby, okay, in that position. Now, anything could have happened, man. Okay, think about what I just read. And she laid it in the flags by the river's bank. Now, can that baby swim at 3 months? No. What can that baby do? That baby is at the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Okay, but it took the faith of the parents, okay, to come up with this plan. Okay, it took faith for them to do that, man. So they knew that it was very dangerous, but they trusted and they had faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They believed. Okay, Moses' parents believed. Okay, let's put it that way. Verse 4. And his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. Okay, so she was watching it play out, man. Okay, knowing that it was a dangerous, risky situation. Okay, now what can we learn from this? We are going to be in a lot of risky, dangerous situations that we are going to have to trust in Yahweh Shem Shai. Okay, and that's walking by faith and not by sight. And this is a perfect example of walking by faith and not by sight. Okay, you got Jake in Egypt, okay, in full danger, okay, death right in their face, could happen any moment, all right, and they're doing this, they're operating like this. They're operating in the spirit of faith in Yahweh Shema Shai. So we can learn from that, especially in the worst time in history that's coming, Jacob's trouble, okay, and leading to Jacob's trouble, okay, because our faith is on trial now. So we got to work, our faith now, leading up to Jacob's trouble, okay, so that we can survive spiritually and be stable, all right, and not be shaken to the point where we lose faith and hope, all right. So back at verse 4, and his sister stood afar off to wit what would be done to him. Talking about to Moses. All right. Verse 5, and the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the riverside. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. All right. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. Okay, Moses cried, man. Imagine that. Moses is 3 months. He don't know what's going on, man. He in this basket in the river. He don't know what's going on, right? It says, and she had compassion on him and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Okay. She knew it was a Hebrew child, all right? Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. Okay. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. Okay, let's read that again. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. And the woman took the child and nursed it. Okay, so you can see how this is playing out in the spirit, man. Okay, Yahweh Shema Shai is completely on their side. Okay, on Moses' parents' side and Moses' side. Okay. See, when Yahweh Shema Shai is for you, who could be against you? Nobody, man. Okay. Nobody can stop the will of Yahweh Shema Shai at all. Okay. Period. Okay. So when you go back up to, I go back up to verse 7. Okay. Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee? And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, go. And the maid went and called the child's mother. Okay, Moses' mother. Okay, so the baby, Moses, went back to the mother, okay, to get nursed to the point where Moses can get weaned off, okay, because this is a 3-month-old baby. It needs milk, man, or to die. It needs to be nursed, okay? Wasn't no baby formula, okay? Wasn't no Gerber, okay, all that bull crap poison that we have today. Okay, so the child was completely dependent as a baby on the mother's milk. Okay, so the Lord set it up so that Moses can get nursed. Okay, but what that did was that allowed somebody else outside of Moses' parents to be in on the secret that they were hiding Moses. So now Pharaoh's daughter is in on the secret so that she can keep Moses, seeing that he was a proper child. She saw it on him that he was special. Okay? Whatever she saw, she also saw that Moses was special, and she wanted Moses. Okay? Keep that in mind. Verse 9. And Pharaoh's daughter said unto her, Take this child away and nurse it for me, and I will give thee thy wages. I will pay you. I want this child. This is a special child. And the woman took the child and nursed it. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter. Okay. And he became her son. So now Moses is with her now. Okay. Which is the Lord's plan over all. Okay. And she called his name Moses. And she said, Because I drew him out of the water. Okay. Drew him out of the water. Now check this out. Moses was saved out of the water, but so was Israel as a whole saved out of the water. Check out that connection. I might do a part 2 and go into that. Okay, how that connects. Okay, because it does. Okay, so, but in this lesson, you get the point in the spirit, man. Okay, going back to Hebrews chapter 11, verse 23. By faith, Moses, when he was born, was hid 3 months of his parents because they saw he was a proper child and they were not afraid of the king's commandment. Okay, so this is about faith, man. Your walk is about faith. And we read it in the scriptures, man. These things are written for our learning so that we can apply them in our life, in our walk. Okay, so we can understand how to deal with Yahweh Shema Shai, even in the face of the worst. Okay, even in the face of death. Okay, in the face of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. Hiding Moses, knowing that you could die and your baby could die. Okay, by doing that move. Okay, so I hope you're edified through the Spirit. I want to give our praises and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash, for giving the Spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the Elder Great Millstone. And Shalom to all your Akamah that is doing the truth and sincerity. Shalom.